Come here. Look at me. I need to record. Relax, man. Okay. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to day 4 of Synergy 365. My name's Anson Cooley, and thank you for being with me on the 4th day of this journey. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about this, my move to Georgia, and then also on the credit union value added side, thematically, I want to talk about just some of the decisions that were made during our 23 strategic planning sessions with our clients, specifically around deciding not to go fishing in 2024, but deciding to repair the nets as well as repair the holes in the boat and what that means for the organization. All right. Before I get started on those two topics, I just want to say this process in terms of just creating. One of the reasons why I decided to do this is because I've had goals in the past to create content. Let me back up a second. Why did I want to create content? I believe that all businesses in this day and age have to be digital creators first and their primary business second. So if you're a barber, you need to create content around being a good barber. If you're a good lawnmower person, lawnmower service provider, you need to make videos because you can believe and know that you're the best at something. Dancer, gardener, cook. But if you aren't getting in front of potential customers, members at scale, you can be amazing, but no one will know who you are and where to find you. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. And in the past, I've fallen short of my video goals for the year. And often that's because I wanted to make things perfect. I wanted to have all the fancy things that I see on other people's videos. And I had to realize that I'm a consultant and I have a workload. And so some of those things that I had to make some sacrifices. And also, if this is a priority for me, I needed to front load my day with this and also be forgiving of myself of just this be an iterative process, meaning you might come in and watch this video and I might have a different format than I had the day before, especially in this first 2 months as I'm trying to get my legs underneath me in terms of getting to an efficient way of creating. It isn't that like it in your job, meaning oftentimes when you introduce a new product or service, it's messy in the first 6 to 9 months, but eventually you find a groove and you learn from your mistakes. And so I just appreciate you for being with me. And I guess breaking the fourth wall with me around just what it looks like to develop a process. Now, Georgia. As you saw earlier, this is he's not coming. I have a Great Dane named Magic and a French Bulldog named Sophie. I have 4 kids, a wife, and we moved from Chicago to Georgia last year. Chicago was proving to be not the best place for raising my boys. And also, I'm originally from New Orleans, and being able to come outside and not have to walk across, I was living in a condo. We were in a condo in Chicago and having to see other human beings in the morning and saying good morning and being able to just kind of have your morning drink and just that's important to me. And so we moved here this last July, and it's just been amazing in terms of just peace and just general quality of life. I'm really loving it. Now, it has its drawbacks. Like I have to watch out for these hawks flying above so that they don't grab my English book. He should protect her, but I think that it overall is going to prove to be a good move for us. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So last year we did probably about 20 to 25 strategic planning sessions. And if you haven't picked your 2024 strategic planner, please consider me. I give a different perspective. I help with both operational deficiencies as well as helping think through how you can do something different from a strategy standpoint. I help with board governance, risk appetite, and things of that nature. And I get into the weeds in a way that most consultants can't, because I'm a former examiner. So I know what interest rate risk is, liquidity risk is, and we're not just going to do SWOT analysis. And we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of how to get you to your goals, whether it's better, more income, your bonus, while also achieving the mission of your credit union. And to that end, a lot of outcomes of our planning sessions, we ask the question, what if we didn't grow in 24 and 25? What if instead of having membership growth goals and asset-based growth goals and loan growth goals, our goals were centered around improving infrastructure, improving processes, HR processes, talent management processes, collections processes, fixing the boat so that you can be the best organization when you decide to hit the water again. COVID and the stimulus money created a situation where we had $600 million organizations. All of a sudden, overnight, we're $1 billion organizations. But from an infrastructure standpoint, there's still a $600 million organization. You had $250 million organizations that are now $550 million organizations. But culture-wise, infrastructure-wise, operationally, there's still a $250 million organization. And so what I asked the managers was like, what if we went to the board and said, hey, what if we, instead of having these very, I don't say thoughtless, but these very consistent, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to get this ROA. What if we said, we're going to invest in ourselves, we're going to slow down, and we're going to take a breather in 24 and 25 and come out better so that we have a better sense of who we are and what we can actually achieve strategically. And I know, there was one manager said, well, my bonus is based on income. Okay, well, let's go to the board and see if we can change your scorecard. Okay. And we went to the board. They were like, absolutely, let's do it. And then there were other instances where I realized that it was easier for some managers to keep doing it the way they're doing it currently, like hitting ROA or some small growth goal, because they know that they can pull a lever on indirect, get a little loan growth, get a little membership growth. And you say, well, how are you going to fund it? Oh, I'll just fund it through photo. Basically, they know what levers they can pull and have some measure of predictability. The problem with that is that it puts your organization at strategic risk over the long term. Okay. And sometimes we have to take a step back before we go forward. So the nugget for today is, before you allow the ink to dry on your strategic plans and on your operational plans, what if growth wasn't the goal? What if income wasn't the goal this year? What if repairing the boat to make you more optimal, more efficient, and a better organization was the goal for 2024? Let's give that some consideration. Have an amazing day. Be safe. Don't text and drive. All that good stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow.